welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me again today. It is about motivation and inspiration, specifically about struggles and problems that you may have along the way and how to push through those and not lose sight of your goal. So this is a video that is for everyone. It is, though some of it, because I am a writer, will be centered on writing and my struggles with that. It is actually just applicable to anyone who has a goal, who has a purpose, and is in the process of trying to get there, but life gets in the way. Struggles get in the way. Difficulties get in the way. And I'm the great person to talk to you about this because my life has just been absolutely full of trouble and struggles and hardship. But I'm not going to go into all of that today because we would end up with a really long video. And I don't think you want to watch a really long video. So specifically, I want to talk to you about how struggle ultimately leads to progress. And though it is not fun to be in the struggle portion, it does help if you kind of keep your eye on the fact that if you are having trouble, that if you are in a place of difficulty, if you're struggling, if things are not going your way, if your plans are falling apart like mine so often do, then you are actually on the path to progress, to reaching your goal, however big, however small it may be. And the only thing that you have to do to get there is you cannot give up. You have to keep pushing through the things that come at you. Now, this doesn't mean, that over time your goals may not change, because they do, that other opportunities may not come up, and there's definitely a time and a place for that. Talking about struggle. So I'm just going to specifically tell you about my struggles this month and how frustrating that is. So woohoo, this is kind of an update. I need to have the third, possibly fourth draft of my novel finished and edited and ready to go to the editor in July. So I set a deadline to be done with this for June, I believe June 27th, just a random day there. So basically I was giving myself a month, and I had a very detailed plan drawn out of how much I need to work on each day, how much time I needed to get in, what chapters. Great plan, very well thought out, because I am nothing if not an excellent planner. However, where the problem comes in is life does not always allow you to stick to the plan. And it's not always bad things. Sometimes it's good things. I really did want to have more done on this before the kids were out of school, because I have more free time, obviously, when they're at school. But I did not get that done. So now I am in a situation where the kids are home, I'm behind schedule, and I have to keep going so that I can make my progress. And it is definitely frustrating. It is frustrating when you make a plan and things happen and you cannot stick to it. We are in the process of beginning to build a home, which the building won't actually take place till much later this year, but there were still a lot of decisions and things that had to be made, and it took a little bit more time. And because there was kind of a deadline on that, I had to focus on those things, which meant the writing was not getting done like it should. Second thing, I had some company that I was only halfway expecting, and so I actually had ended up having to do some driving back to my hometown, which is 7 hours. Wait, 7 hours. 7 hours there, 7 hours back, 6.5 if you don't stop and there's no traffic. So that definitely played into it, because I don't know if some people, maybe they can recover from these long drives and just like fly back into work and routine, but it takes me a day after I get home to get all of the things put away and to get the laundry caught up, and life is in the way. So then the next thing that happened was we had a lot of graduations, and I did not plan for, I planned for the graduations, but we had a lot of company, which was awesome, and I love that. And then we went on vacation. I had my plan, and I was supposed to be getting some writing done, just tucking it in whenever I could. And basically, it didn't happen. Nope. It didn't happen. Not like it was supposed to. I mean, I was still working on it and being consistent, but basically I'm just not where I wanted to be. And that really, really drives me insane, because when I make a plan, I want the plan to go as planned, and it doesn't, because life doesn't go that way. So here is what I want you to take away from this, and that is set your goals. Stick to them whenever possible. But when you don't plan properly or unexpected things come up, there's an illness, travel, do not beat yourself up over these things, because that can really, I don't know about you, but that can put me in a place that is just really bad, because I'm beating myself up because I'm not done. I have not finished. I have failed, if you want to look at it that way. But I'm not going to, because I'm not going to let myself go down that path of destruction, because it's not healthy. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reassess my plan. I am going to extend my deadline, because yes, when I built this plan, I did make sure that there was enough time in case things went to crap and I didn't finish on time, because I know that that is how my life goes. So that's why I try to start things very early. And sometimes I think that's one of the things that can also backfire on me, because I kind of know in the back of my mind, if I don't get this time, I have a little bit done. So don't do that. Don't be like me and fall back on your backup plan and not do things because of that plan. There's a possibility. But overall, create a new plan. Learn from your mistake, because sometimes it is mistakes in planning. I can be a little bit, especially when it comes to the editing portion of writing, like I am not fast at editing. It is freaking slow process. It is painful. And it goes like this. If you've seen some of my posts, you may have seen this. Editing. Cut this scene from 2,700 words to 1,500. 15 minutes later. 3,000 words. Not the right direction. I'm adding instead of editing it out. And sometimes it's good though, because I write something that works better. So it's not a bad thing, but it is not a time productive thing for me. So when I say learn from your mistakes, look at your plan that you made that didn't work, and really try to identify whether or not those particular things were truly things that just came up, or if it's something in your planning that you can do better next time. And planning things sometimes does not go the way that you want it to. And so sometimes where your real progress comes in is learning from your mistakes, adjusting that, and getting better at whatever it is you do. So that is what I have for you today. And that is just, I want to really encourage you that if you have set a plan and it didn't work out, to take a look at why it didn't work, to stay focused on what you did get done, because it's really easy to focus on the failure. It's really easy to focus on what did not go right instead of what, did. And I got a lot of stuff done. Just because I'm not where I needed to be does not mean that I did not make progress, because I did. I actually have some great editing. I am really happy with the direction that my story is going. And I got a ton of other stuff done. I spent time with family. I watched people graduate. I went on vacation. So all of these are great things. And I am not going to beat myself up. And I don't want you to beat yourself up either when your plan does not go wrong, when you're in the middle of struggles. Because sometimes that is what sharpens us. It's what makes us stronger. It's what makes us into better people and better writers. It makes us more empathetic toward others who are going through things. And that is something that I firmly believe, as I believe that even bad things, and I'm talking really, really bad things, not just a plan going off track a little bit, but even really, really horrible, terrible, bad things have the ability to change us in a positive way, just as much as they have the ability to change us in a negative way. I just encourage you to stick with it, push through those struggles, focus on what you have gotten done, focus on what has gone right, take a look at what mistakes you may have made, or, don't beat yourself up for things that happen that you cannot control, like illnesses or work-related issues, whatever it is. Don't beat yourself up over that, and just keep your eye focused on the fact that this is just an opportunity. Every struggle is an opportunity to grow. Every struggle is an opportunity to become a better you. And if you're a writer, to be a better writer. In whatever you do, struggles are what shape us, they're what form us. I do encourage you, if you want to expand on that a little further, you can check out my blog post on my website by the same name, and it talks a little bit more about this, not necessarily in such a personal way, but an idea that I didn't share in this video that's in the blog post, because even though I do like my vlogs and blogs to coordinate and be similarly about the same time, same thing, I don't always want them to be exact. So a lot of times if you read the blog, you're going to get something different than you will from watching. So that is it. I hope that you are prepared to push through your struggles, to focus on the positive, to make the changes that need to be changed, because I know that if you do this, that you will reach your goal, and I will be cheering for you every step of the way. So as always, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Please hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, leave me a comment. All of that means so much to me, and I appreciate each and every one of you who take the time to watch my videos. Don't forget, you can sign up for my author newsletter. The first edition will be out next month, so you don't want to miss that. Society 6 store. I have an actual physical product to show you today, and that is my writer I do my own writing stunts mug that I designed because I like it, and I thought I wanted it for myself. And you have the opportunity to purchase those products. You can actually get the designs on a lot of different